Welcome to the deep dive. We take sources you share and really try to get to the heart of them.
That's the plan.
And today, well, we're diving into something pretty intense. Excerpts from Discipline, Sculpting Body and Life. Our goal here is to unpack its, let's say, very direct view on personal responsibility, particularly around our physical selves.
It certainly doesn't mince words.
No, it doesn't. I mean, right off the bat, it hits you with, your fat body is proof you have no discipline. It just cuts straight through, the usual things people might bring up, genetics, stress, being too busy.
Bit context we usually consider.
Right. It just sweeps that aside. So, okay, let's unpack this. What's the immediate impact here? What's it trying to achieve with that kind of bluntness?
Well, what's fascinating, I think, is how it immediately frames things. It says, every pound of fat you're carrying is a receipt.
A receipt.
Yeah, like actual proof. A receipt, it says, for things like late-night junk food, workouts you skipped, promises you made to yourself, and, well, broke.
That's a powerful metaphor. Turns something physical into a kind of moral accounting.
Exactly. It reframes it completely. And it goes on, saying it's a visible public sign that you've been choosing comfort over control.
Public sign.
Oof.
Yeah. So thinking about your body in those terms, like a transaction record instead of, the result of complex life factors, it's a huge psychological shift it's pushing for.
It feels like it's deliberately stripping away any external excuses, doesn't it? To put all the focus on individual choice.
Absolutely. It isolates agency.
And then it doesn't stop there. It takes this idea of personal accountability and really expands it. It argues being in shape isn't just about, say, health benefits.
Well, it goes much further.
It calls it dominance. Being fit is presented as a signal to the world that you run your own life.
Right.
Showing you have the power to resist those quick dopamine hits, the easy comforts, and instead choose delayed gratification. It's a very strong stance on what your physical presence communicates. Almost aggressive. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the source ties this physical discipline directly to success in other areas of life, like really directly.
How so?
It basically asks how you can expect millions in your bank account when you can't even control what you put in your mouth.
Wow, okay. That's a very stark connection.
Yeah.
What do you make of that link, that pipeline from, say, the gym to financial success?
Well, the source claims building wealth and building muscle come from the same source: discipline, consistency, and grit.
So controlling your diet is like a fundamental test of character that predicts other successes.
That seems to be the core argument, yes. It suggests that physical control isn't just personal, it's a fundamental indicator.
And it externalizes that test, too. It claims being in control physically commands respect, admiration, maybe even fear. It paints this picture of someone becoming a walking symbol of pain, sacrifice, and willpower. And it has that line, the fat goes when the weakness goes.
It's definitely pushing a specific psychological button there, trying to equate physical form with inner strength very directly.
Yeah, making that inner strength visible, almost tangible.
And that leads right into its call to action, which is just as direct.
Let me guess. No waiting around.
Exactly. It says start today, not tomorrow, cut the excuses. Hit the gym, eat for fuel, not for comfort.
An immediate, no-nonsense commitment.
Right. And it wraps this up with another really powerful metaphor. You are the sculptor of your life, and your body is your first masterpiece.
Your first masterpiece. So bringing this all together then, what does this very challenging perspective mean for you, listening to this?
Well, in short, this source argues that physical discipline isn't just one aspect of life, it's foundational. It's presented as the core of self-mastery.
Implying it dictates success, respect, control, everything else.
That's the strong suggestion, yes. How you manage your body, in this view, sets the stage for everything else you achieve or fail to achieve.
Okay, so here's a final thought to leave you with, something to chew on. If, as this source argues, your body really is your first masterpiece, what might that imply about the discipline you bring to all the other areas you're trying to shape in your life?